More on the president's first 100 days. This morning, looking at how President Trump is changing the way the White House communicates with America. He is using social media like no other president has before. And our chief White House correspondent, John Carl, back with a closer look. Hey, John.
Hey, George. Well, as a candidate, Donald Trump communicated like none before him. And now that he is in the White House, that has not changed.
I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
From early in the campaign, Donald Trump cast himself as the next great communicator.
I speak the truth, and I think people get it. And these guys are liars. But look, the press lies.
His promise, telling it like it is, bypassing what he called the dishonest media.
I like that he speaks what I feel.
Trump, the candidate, dominated social media.
I have between Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, I have like almost 12 million people. It's a lot.
Credited Twitter with helping him win the White House. Then he contemplated kicking the habit.
I'm going to do very restrained if I use it at all. I'm going to do very restrained. I find it tremendous.
But that didn't happen. Since taking the presidential oath, Trump has tweeted more than 450 times. Some of those tweets got him into hot water. None more than when he tweeted the explosive and unfounded allegation that Barack Obama had wiretapped Trump Tower.
President Trump's stunning claim accusing President Obama of...
It became a massive distraction, but his Twitter following has only grown. On Inauguration Day, 20 million followers. Now he's up to 28 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
He's held fewer solo press conferences, just one in his first 100 days, compared to 4 by President Obama.
Thank you very much.
And that one, a doozy. Trump tangled with the reporters for 75 minutes.
And on the leaks, is it fake news or are these real leaks?
The leaks are real. You know what they said. You saw it. And the leaks are absolutely real. The news is fake because so much of the news is fake.
Late-night comedians had a field day.
The tone of the press conference was like if your dad found a pack of cigarettes under your mattress.
But for all the unconventional communication, Trump has shown he can adjust his style to meet the traditions of the office.
I am asking everyone watching tonight to seize this moment. Believe in yourselves.
And that speech before the joint session of Congress was well received by both his allies and his critics. And George, the president's Twitter habits do seem to be changing. Take a look at the numbers. In his first month in office, he tweeted 145 times. In March, 129 times. And now in April, 113 times. He appears to be reining it in a little bit. And you may be surprised to know that his most popular tweet was not one of the more controversial ones. It was a tweet where he defended the right of people to protest, even protesting him. This was 2 days after he was sworn in. That was the most liked and most retweeted, nearly 400,000 likes for that tweet, George.
Okay, and he's back on Twitter this morning. Let's bring in James T. Harris, host of the James T. Harris Show at WO4.1 KQTH in Tucson, Arizona. Thanks a lot for joining us. James, we just saw all the numbers there on the tweets. In Washington, you hear even Republicans like Mitch McConnell say they wish the president would tweet a little less, tone it down a little bit more. What do your listeners think?
My audience wishes that he would tweet even more. They say that when President Trump gets on the Twitter machine, we see things happen. They love the fact that they're hearing it right from the horse's mouth, and they love the fact that they're able to see his tweets and then see how the media responds to it.
How about, though, with that tweet where he falsely accused President Obama of spying on him, and it turned out to be, overwhelming for several weeks there at the beginning of the administration. Aren't they worried about these self-inflicted wounds?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, after that tweet, they called it, the tweet grenade into the mainstream media's living room. It seems like the whole narrative, the false narrative of President Trump colluding with the Russians, began to dissipate. I think that, the media likes to say that was a troublesome tweet, that he had caused him a lot of backlash. But my audience loves the fact that he took that narrative head on and was pushing back.
And John, you're also seeing a very different kind of communication in the briefing room than we've ever seen before.
Yeah, the briefings is something that have become must-see TV on the cable channels. Sean Spicer, very confrontational often with the reporters, but all of the cable channels carry these live. They get high ratings, and that is one thing the president really likes.
He does like the ratings. John Carl, James T., thanks for joining us this morning.